Hello, welcome to today's program. Today we're going to be talking about why hands-on activities. Why do we use hands-on activities to teach the child in the Montessori setting? Remember, this is the Montessori family project. I'm just trying to invite a couple of people on so that people know that we're online. There have been one or two breaks in transition today, but we shall soldier on. So welcome. Today we're talking about why hands-on activities in the Montessori setting. Why is this so important to the way that we educate our children, and why do we actually ask our parents to make sure that the children are getting hands-on activities? Let me start off by reading a quote from Maria Montessori. You remember yesterday we talked about the absorbent mind. She wrote a book called The Absorbent Mind, and in that book she said, we may put it like this: the child's intelligence can develop to a certain level without the help of the hand. But if it develops with his hand, then the level it reaches is higher and the child's character is stronger. So this is why we use hands-on activities for the child, because the hand is the vehicle that takes information to the brain. When the child handles things in the environment, remember, we said certain things in the last couple of days. Children are sensorial learners. Okay, so they will listen, they will smell, they will taste, they will touch, they will see. Okay, but in all this, it is the hand that is the vehicle. Oh, Helen, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. How are you? How is the family? Yes, so we find that our children, yes, they will listen, yes, they will smell, taste, and these are all the ways that they learn. But you see, it's the hand. It's the hand that takes the important messages to the brain and helps intelligence to grow. It's not that if they don't use their hands, they will not learn, but it heightens the learning. It helps the brain. And so it does not make sense to sit down in front of children or stand up in front of them and talk and talk and talk. Yes, they will listen. But if you allow them to use their hands as well as listening, then great learning takes place. Now, for the Montessori practitioner, the Montessori guide, it's also important for you to know that, yes, because you are showing them activities, you are helping them learn better, but you must also allow them to use their hands. This is so important because a lot of us, we lose the why and we just do the what. Montessori is all about materials. So let us show them how to use these materials. No, it's not showing them how to use the materials. It's showing them and allowing them also to do it. Show me how to do it. Let me do it myself. That is what the child is saying. That is why we have hands-on activities. It helps the child to learn better. And this is so important. Don't take away this activity from the children. Don't give it to some and leave others without. Because I've seen situations where Montessori materials are not available or activities are not available all the time in the classroom. Activities are brought to the classroom because that is what is on the diary to do for the day. And a presentation is made. When the presentation is finished, some children get to use those materials, but other children don't. And those materials are never brought back into the classroom for the other children who didn't get that chance to get a chance another time. We are not doing the right thing. Hands-on activities are so important. That is how a child learns. Remember, it is from the concrete to the abstract. They want to learn about their environment. Let them touch things. Give them a lot of tactile experiences. Tactile experiences make a big difference as to how a child learns. If there are no tactile experiences, you are cutting short the learning process. They will learn, but what's the use of them learning just a bit of what they could have learned? Why don't you let them learn everything they could have learned? That's part of filling your air with a lot of learning experiences that the child can take into the future. Now, let us look at an example. You have, let's say you have the geometric cabinet, okay? And the child learns the different shapes, learns a lot about geometry. By the time they get into primary school, a lot of the things that they have learned, they will be able to take it into abstractions. This is where your scientists are made. This is where your architects are made. This is the difference between a child who had tactile experience, was able to explore and discover things. You cannot tell a child everything. This is something that we've got to understand. A lot of things come from tactile experiences. That is why when we were growing up, sometimes it took us getting into secondary school and sometimes even university before things just set into place and we say, okay, now I understand. Okay, I didn't understand. Okay. I don't know whether you've had experiences like that before. Feyi, Sarah, Abimbola, Eson, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. So it is important for us to make sure that our children have hands-on experiences that will lead them to great discoveries. Discoveries that they need now, but we wait until when they are 20 whatever years old before they get it, because that's when they're their own person and they can touch things. We tell them, don't touch. No, let them touch, but make sure that the environment is safe for them. A lot of hands-on activities go a long way. And when they have hands-on activities, what that does is it makes them more an active learner than a passive learner. They are passively learning when you're showing them through presentations, what to do, how to do things. They are passive learners when you are telling them what to do. But they are active learners when their hands are involved in the learning. So please let your children be active learners. Hands-on activities, very important. Now, another thing that can help us is the toys that we actually use at home. There are toys that are passive and there are toys that are active. Yes, with the toys, they're using their hands. But there's a big difference between a child using their hands to pour water or to string beads, and a child using their hands to click on a button that now gives them music. All those computer-like devices that are toys, the modern toys, use less of those. Give them practical things to do. That is what makes the child learn, because they start making discoveries. And right from a very young age, there are Montessori materials, Montessori toys that help the child to be active. Even when the child gets a stick and is drumming on different things, that means that the child is seeing that every action that they take as they hit on that box or they hit on the drum, if they have a drum, there is a sound, cause and effect. They start learning different things. It's important. All those different Montessori materials where the child has to put things into a hole or a coin into the box through the little opening. All these are things that help the child. Eye-hand coordination is going on. There's so many different things that are going on, and their brain is receiving information. Very, very important. So, hands-on activities. This is why a lot of what we do in the Montessori setting are activities. They are not sit down, listen to me. There are activities where the child uses their hands, because we know that as the child uses their hands, more information is passed on to the brain, much more learning is taking place, and as Maria Montessori says, they become stronger. Why? Because they are becoming more independent. We are going to talk about that next time. Take care. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Bye for now.